Alright, we're doing this. We're doing a Denim episode. I'm gonna wait to get a bunch of people in here. Get the camera down a bit. And I'm gonna go through 30 pairs of denim and show you all my entire collection, which a lot of people have asked me about. This is one of the dorkiest things I'm ever going to do, and I'm glad to do it. Let's give people a second to get in here. 1 second. And what this is, how many people are in here? 37 already. What this episode's going to be is there's a pair of jeans that I want to get that are expensive, and I sure as hell ain't going to buy them myself. So if you guys want me to get them, if I raise enough money from the super chats, I'll get them. If not, that's fine too. I don't care. But we're going to have fun regardless. Thank you, Amland. I've just finished my monster low carb of the evening. The curvy jeans. Yeah, if I raise enough money from this live stream, I'm going to get those curvy jeans. And even if I can't wear them, I'm going to hang them on my wall. So this is going to be a fundraiser, the stupidest fundraiser of all time. But we're doing this. So I'm absolutely serious. That's what we're doing here. So I'm going through 30 pairs of denim and telling the story of each one. I don't know how long this is going to take. I feel weird starting without giving people a few minutes. Let's give people a few minutes to get here to this idiocy. And then we can get into the jeans, and I will show you all of them. Yeah. How much checkbook is ready for the curvy jeans? You gotta have goals. Yeah. All my jeans are called curvy jeans. The jeans are Ricket Jeans. They're from Capital. It's a Japanese brand. How do I put up the photo? It's on my Facebook wall, and you can see it there. Capital is a very prestigious, I'm using that word tongue-in-cheek, Japanese company. You can see them. I'm just double-checking. They're on my Facebook wall. August 20th is the post. They're curved. If you look at them from the front, they look like parentheses. So it's, insane. I don't know how they'd fit. I'm curious to know how they'd fit. Whether I have mom jeans or not, you're going to find out in a minute as I start going through the denim collection. So I finished my monster, so now I'm going to have store brand Kool-Aid. Das Kapital Denim. That's actually really funny. I wonder if they get the name from there. That's really kind of funny. I don't know why the jeans are curved. The company Capital, which is Japanese, they make lots of crazy shit. Like one of the things they make are those pants. Just go to my Facebook. It's not like MC Hammer pants at all. They're literally curved parentheses. MC Hammers are like a P and a D, next to each other. So yeah, should I start? Should I give people more time? What do you think? Screen share or use a window share on OBS. I'll just put the link in the comments. Wait a minute, I don't have to be stupid. So, copy link location. Let me just copy image location. Hold on. Open link in new tab. I'm doing this. Yeah, copy image location. Here we go. I'm putting it as a comment. Here we go. So now you can see the jeans for yourself. Click on that. Does that work? It should. And I will put them on and make a video, assuming I can get my thighs into it. So I put up the link. Okay, we got 100 people. It says to start streaming, start your encoder, which doesn't make sense because I am started. Okay, we're doing this. Let's go through my 30 pairs of denim. I'm going to be here a while. Yeah, legs do not work like that. They're for jeans if you have scurvy, like Homer did. Okay, here are the jeans. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold them up well, so please let me know if it's not good visuals. And I anticipate knocking over everything on my desk. And the question is, I think would be a good question. Oh, it looks like a plague bearer, plague doctor. The question is, 30 pairs, you would think they'd be redundant. I think they all look very, very different from each other. So, oh, I agree they look retarded. Oh, I agree. That's why this is a fundraiser. If I raise the money, I'm going to get them. Otherwise, I'm not buying them. Because they're just crazy looking. It might be fun for people to be like, all right, I got to see what these are like. I agree. They look absolutely retarded. Absolutely retarded. Okay, so here's some jeans that you might also think are retarded. We're going to go through them. So here we go. And these are in no particular order at all. So these are... So my favorite brand of denim is Naked and Famous. And these are... There's a typo in them. These are the Sakiori, but the label says Sakori. I don't know if you could see the label. See, okay, I'm figuring out how to display them right. So I think I have to hold them by my face, right? So if you see what they did... Yeah, what am I showing? Okay, if you see what they did, Sakiori is it's $200 is the how much they cost. Yeah, $200. So what these are is there's a Japanese technique where they replace fabric with other types of fabric and eventually it becomes like patchwork, but not a patchwork like American sense where they're squares, it's strips of fabric. So if you can see the weft, which is the inside of the jean, this is the warp, which is the outside of the jean. The inside have these strips of different color blue. And they're cool little blue streaks. If you look at the weft itself, it's got this cool weave where the white kind of creeps through. They look very, very fun. These I got at Barney's. They were expensive, and they didn't sell well for Naked and Famous because people thought they were too weird. Let me show you what the weft looks like from the inside so you can get a better idea. So that's what the weft looks like. You can see these great strips. This is pretty unique. And again, not that many people bought this. Thanks for the advice, Jen. So you can see how that looks. So that's pretty cool. You can see there's like 3 different shades of blue. Okay, so that's the Sakiori. Next we have... Now these are another Japanese company. They're not technically denim, but these are called Jazz Nep. So Nep, a neppy fabric... Thank you, Patrick. Fuck yeah. Very cool. Hey, Mike, you're using the computer microphone, not the one in front of you, Echo. I am using this microphone. Let me just double check. Thank you for that feedback. No, I am using this mic. Is everyone else having an echo? Please let me know. I don't hear an echo. Okay, thank you. So, here's the thing. I did a live stream about jeans because I was on Joe Rogan talking about this, and can you please stand up and hold them up? I don't see how that would matter. Okay, so these are, the company's called Japan Blue, or Blue Blue, is it Japan Blue or Blue Blue Japan? There's 2 different companies with that name. Japan Blue, and these are a Jazz Nep. Sorry the quality's bad. I'm using a Yeti mic. I am standing up. That's funny. That's actually very funny. So, how these work, they're brown. They also came with a gray version. These have a black weft, which you can see on the inside is black. And what happens right now with these... Nep is when you have little pieces of fabric that as clothing wears out, the pieces fall out, almost like lint. Okay? And these have fabric, little neps in orange, lilac, and like purple. So you can pick them off every so often as the fabric fades and ages. So they look really, really cool because it's brown with all these little speckles all over. It's a very unique look. Here's a piece of pink, whatever. You could just pull it out, and that just happens throughout time as they wear out. Yeah, so these, if people, I gotta tell you, some people aren't gonna like some of these. And that's totally fair. So I like that, you know, there's 30 different kinds. How I got into jeans, I'm gonna explain on my show when I have the Naked and Famous guys on You're Welcome. So those are the Jazz Nep ones. So that's 2 down. I have a lot of Levi's. We're going to get into them. None of these jeans are super, super expensive except for a couple, because I don't think you need them to be. Okay, these are Kane brand. They're a little stretchy. And what I like about these, it took me a while to get any wear on them. I had to wash them once to break down the ink. I had a 7 for all mankind. I threw them out. And once that happened, this is what you want. You want the ink to fade. So like crotch is the first place you get it. And what's cool about these is the outside is, the warp is brownish. The weft is greenish. So to me, this reminds me of when you're having a fresh branch from a tree and you kind of take off the brown on top and you have green underneath. That's how it fades on these. So it's nice brown on top of green. They stretch. They fit great. I highly recommend this brand. They're not expensive. They age very coolly. And these are nice, unique kind of pair of jeans. Okay. So we're at 11% towards this. And also these are cool because they get waxy on the back once they age. Like I said, this is the dorkiest video I'm ever going to make, but that's a lie. Then we got a pair of Uniqlo from years ago. Fold them good. And these are nothing special, but they are ice blue. So they look white, but they're actually ice blue, and you can see it in certain areas. The blue comes out more. It's almost impossible to keep these clean. They're very stretchy, as you can see. But you can see it's got blue contrast stitching, blue highlights in certain parts. Kind of fun. I probably like these close to the least because they don't fit so well and because they always get dingy. It drives me crazy. So yeah, but these are Uniqlo. They're not fancy at all. I've had them for a few years. Whew. All right, what's next? Okay, these are out there. These are the Naked and Famous mixed box twill. So what they did is they made them into little boxes alternating on the denim. So it looks like has a checkerboard effect. Some of the I don't even know what that term is. The threading goes to the left, some goes to the right. It looks even cooler from the inside. I thought these would be tough to pull off. They're not. But this is kind of stuff that Naked and Famous makes, which is very innovative. Yeah, so these are checkerboard, basically. They call them mixed box twill. Here's another pair I don't like. We'll get to the stainless steel, I promise. Here's another one that I don't like, but I'm having a dilemma, a collector's dilemma. So these are also a Naked and Famous. These are a prototype. These you're gonna get the persimmon dyed. Relax. They're not even in this batch. So these are Naked and Famous. Also, they're a prototype. They were never released. They're sweatpant denim. So the outside fabric is an actual denim, but the inside is sweatpant material. And obviously, like sweatpants, they're comfortable and they're stretchy. I might turn these into pajamas. I'm sick of them. I want to throw them out, but I feel bad throwing them out because they're a prototype and there's none others like them, so that kind of bothers me. So you have a collector's dilemma with these things. Yeah. But they're comfy as hell, but that's not a good thing. I'm not looking for comfort. Okay. These are a really fancy pair. If you want me to throw them out, you got to get me those curved ones. Okay. These are from Sugarcane, which is a very expensive... Fuck yeah! Thank you, TN Gunner. We are 41% of the way there. No. Yeah, we are. 20% of the way there, excuse me. These are Japanese mud dye. They dyed them in mud somehow, and what they did, let me open this up, is they took each, I don't even know what the term is, strip. And each strip is dyed, I'm going to hold it, stop holding it, stop moving it so the camera can focus. Each strip is dyed differently, so you have these great streaks. And not only are the streaks great color-wise, also it's slubby. The goal's $200. Slubby is when the jean is textured. I know it's hard to tell on the camera, but instead of it being flat, it's very uneven because some of the threads are thicker than others. And if you look, it's got some white in here. It's very irregular pattern. It's very irregular color. It looks awesome. And these, again, are dyed in, like, Japanese mud for, like, months. These are actually regular denim. They just get this color from being dyed in Japanese mud. This is the same company that made the Persimmon jeans I'll get to in a second. I am against washing... I washed them once to start the breakdown of the ink. But these are the Japanese mud dye. These are extremely rare, very collectible. They weren't super expensive, and they're really, really cool and a great look, as I think you guys can tell. I mean, that's pretty unique. And that's the other thing. A lot of these jeans, I don't think they're hard to pull off at all. These just look like cool, streaky, gray jeans. The most I've spent on a pair of jeans is $200. The cash, I can figure out, since everything's online, what I paid for all my jeans, but, like, none of them are that expensive. I haven't had jeans that stink yet. So these are actually... these are my most expensive pair, and I hate them. I really don't like them. These are from Blue Japan, which is a very expensive company. And these are sashiko. And what sashiko means, it's quilting in a Japanese style. Thank you, Sean! I can't believe I'm going to have to fucking buy those curved jeans. Jesus Christ, what have I done? So if you see, even though it's all dyed indigo, it's quilted. The thread goes in and out and in and out. I had to get these, because my son also has autism. I love the Stossel interview. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so nice. So this has quilting. The ink breaks down like regular indigo. These were very expensive. I don't like them at all. There was another company, Naked and Famous, that made sashiko jeans pants. I couldn't find them. I fucking got all autistic about it. I'm like, must get sashiko jeans. So I got these, I think from Holland. It was the last pair on earth. Their fit is bad, because the fit is like peasant pants, like they're very wide, round leg. How did you fall for the jeans meme? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. So, this is them. They're fancy, they're expensive. I would throw them out in a heartbeat if I didn't pay so much for them. I don't remember how much I paid. Here we have another pair of Uniqlo. These are just black, regular black jeans. I like them because they're like 10 years old, so they are kind of got some aging on them. You know, the ink breaks down on the pockets. A good pair that you wear for a long time. Again, not all my jeans are expensive. I think that's a waste of money and time. These fit like a glove. They're great. Typical black jeans. It's always good to have a pair of black jeans. And here are the original sashiko. That's pretty funny, Kurt. These are the original sashiko that Naked and Famous made. They call them Juno Jeans. They fit like tights, actually. And what's interesting about them... I don't know what that is. What's interesting about them, you can see the quilting on these much easier. It's a much wider quilt and a much wider whatever weave. I don't know what the term is even. But you can see it goes in and out. You have issues. I want pictures on Twitter. I don't know what you mean by pictures on Twitter. So you can see how these look. They're really fun, very unique. And this is apparently the fabric that's used to make judo gi. So they call them judo jeans, although I don't know if they're technically jeans so much as pants. What's the most surprising thing you discovered about Stossel? I knew he was a goofball. I adore him. I think I was surprised by how his health scare wasn't that big of a deal. And that was a relief, because, you know, I think the man is a great, great guy. And even though he's not an anarchist at all, that the curved pants, if you go on my Facebook, it's there. And if you scroll up in the live chat, I don't know if it lets you do that, it's there as well. And okay, so these are ones I'm really, really... No, I have not gotten to the Keki Shibu. I should have a thing like you have to unlock it. Like I get $100 to unlock the Keki Shibu. These are... I will put on the curved pants. Oh yeah. If I get enough money on this to get the curved pants, I will 100% make video and pictures because that's the whole fun. Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. So when I'll talk about this when I have my denim episode of You're Welcome with the Naked Famous guys. I went down a rabbit hole in it because they have all these weird, innovative stuff. They had a pair they made 75 pairs of that they sold at Barney's like 8 years ago. And somehow someone just dropped the pair on Grailed, Grailed.com, which is a great place to buy secondhand clothes, in my size, like 30 or 40 bucks. The cost is $200. The goal's $200, Warren. I've never heard of death grips. So these are citrus weft. So if you look, they're regular denim outside, but on the inside, they've got this great orange. All these orange streaks. And if you have to flip the cuff to show the weft. And also, if you look, you can see that the orange peeks through the indigo, and it makes it a purpley effect. They are awesome, very unique. They're curved sideways, so they look like parentheses, these curved pants. They're insane. So I'm so glad I found a pair of these. I love them. And they're, again, these are weird, but nothing so weird that anyone can't pull them off. So, and I'll talk about Jews. Jeans were invented by Jews. Levi and Strauss were Jewish. So that's 10 of my pairs of jeans. And recommend a book on Soviet Russia, something that communicates the mindset if possible. I gotta tell you, that's a great question. I don't know that I've read a book that communicates the mindset per se. I would say Everyday Stalinism, The Court of the Red Tsar, and We the Living, and Dear Reader kind of gets you into it as well in many ways. So those are 10. I'm going to get the... No, I have a lot of Levi's. Levi's are awesome. Love them. Highly endorse. Let me get the next batch of 10. All right, here we are. So, where's this shirt? One of the other things, I won't stop when I get to 200. I'm going to stop. 200's the goal, but I'm going to go through my whole collection. These were a pair hand-dyed, Naked and Famous hand-dyed, I thought would be way too hard to pull off. Because look at this underneath. Look at that weft. It's crazy colored. We've got blue, yellow, green, turquoise. Like, they look insane. I thought they would look crazy from the outside. They look kind of like a snake, like a banded snake, but it's pretty subtle on the outside. And having the flipped up cuff, no one has ever said, what the hell are you wearing? They just look cool. So I love these, and I really thought they would look insane, and they don't. So these are the hand-dyed Naked and Famous, hand-dyed weft, which I love. How the hell do you only have 7,000 subscribers? I don't know. Why so much significance in the inside jeans? Yeah, the weft is one of the ways to make jeans more fun and innovative. Because you have a contrast, but you flip the cuff to show it. That's a jeans thing. I don't know. I can't speak more on that than what I just said. Speaking of crazy weft, these are what book you recommend on how bad President Wilson was. The Illusion of Victory is a very good one. And also, 1917 by Arthur Herman, who was just on my show. Those are two big ones. So talking about wefts, these are pornography pants, or they call them vintage nudes. So Naked and Famous have the belt loop on the back. In this case, it's a naked chick, Naked and Famous. And the inside, it's black and white pictures of, it's porn from like the 50s. And what I did with these, they also made a jacket of these. What I did is I flipped the cuff as much as possible, so it's just straight pornography. But however, since it's so like faded, it looks just like newsprint and it's hard to make out. So these are my porn pants. If you don't know what they are, you're not going to realize what they are. So it's kind of subversive in a very stupid way, but it's still kind of fun. So these are the vintage nudes by Naked and Famous. They were made a while ago. Okay. Porn pants. Next. What's next? Oh, okay. So, one of the things with, I think Peoria likes denim. One of the things with denim is you have indigo, which is the ink, and as you wear the clothes, the indigo breaks down. So what they tried to do is they go, okay, well, what happened if we use that same technique on corduroy pants? So these are Naked and Famous's corduroy indigo. It's a very, very rich dark blue. I wore these in Montreal when I was walking 2 hours in the rain. When I was walking 2 hours in the rain, the ink ruined my checkered Vans, but it was worth it. And I love these. They look nice. You can see a little bit of fading at the bottom. It's hard to fade them because the point with jeans is they have creases because of the firmness. These don't really have creases, but there is a little bit of it. The fading is electric blue. You can kind of see it around here. So these are, I finished my monster. So these are indigo. You can see here too, it faded on the coin pocket. These are the Indigo Corduroy, which were cool. And again, these were like $40. So I mean, most of these are kind of rare, but it's not like, oh my god, you got to spend $800. That doesn't make sense. Okay, you ready for the Kakishibu? Who's ready for him? We got the Kakishibu next. Let me explain this. What did you like and hate most about the movie Death of Stalin? I loved everything about it. Highest possible recommendation. And I'm glad that my book came out before because it looked like it has the same exact tone as Dear Reader. So, cannot recommend it more. Kakishibu. When I was on Joe Rogan, as some of you know, he was clowning me for my Kakishibu jeans. He said that they're salmon and they're pink. And I made it a point that they are not salmon or pink. And Kakishibu is made by dyeing. I lost track of how much money we raised. Oh, thank you, Warren. Very cool. I think we're getting there. I think we're at $100, so we're halfway there. They're made. Kakishibu is an old Japanese dyeing technique, which is made by putting a fabric of some kind or parchment in unripened persimmon tannins. So they applied this to jeans. The same company that made my mud dyes, sugarcane, also made a green tea, Kakishibu, and then there might be a fourth one. I think it's kind of mythical. But I got the Kakishibu, and you'll see they are not salmon at all. You ready? Here we go. These are the Kakishibu. You can see, just like with the mud dye, they dyed it differently in different strips. So you have this streaking effect. I'll open them up. So it's more like wood paneling, whatever. Wood grain. You can see there's darker brown, lighter brown. They're not pink at all. I'm I love them. They haven't actually aged at all. They've stuck their color. Here's the top. You can see the back pockets look particularly cool with the streaks. Peekaboo! So yeah, I got clowned on the show, but these are clearly not salmon colored. And they look really, really awesome. So, Kakishibu by Sugarcane. There's a pair right now on grail.com if you want to get them. Okay, the next pair is, I wear my jeans once. I have 30 pairs, so I wear one a day for a month. Yeah, the laptop camera's not too great. That's fair. These were my first pair of Naked and Famous that I bought. And my mom, I'm under 100, Warren? Okay, so we're halfway there. Grailed.com. Grailed. Jeans, pants every day, yeah, except for the summer, I wear shorts sometimes. So these are the first pair I bought, and my mom ruined them for me in minutes. So these are Naked and Famous. They're regular denim on the outside, but on the inside, it's tweed fill. So it's called a tweed fill weft. You flip the cuff, you can see it's got this gray, cool tweed on the inside. Have you checked out the Wrangler 13MWZ unwashed? I'm not familiar with that at all. And that's the other thing with these quality jeans, you can wear it for 12 years. So you can see that it's got this cool gray fabric tweed underneath. Thanks, Warren. And what my mom pointed out, and so the tweed pops out through the top. My mom's like, oh, these are great, and they look like they're covered in lint. And now, of course, I can't unsee that. And yeah, whenever I wear them, instead of thinking, oh, it's cool, it's got nept, it looks like lint. And these also, you can really see the electric blue fading that quality raw denim makes. You can see in the back pockets what the fades are like. That's a good question about the tag. Let me see what the tag says. The tag says, let's read the tag. These jeans are raw. The longer you keep from washing them, the more special and personalized they will get. Many denim enthusiasts don't wash raw jeans for the first 6 months. Enjoy. Indigo may transfer when damp. Wash and dry separately. For best results, hang dry, do not machine dry. To preserve color, wash inside out in cold water. May shrink up to 3%. Please stretch inseam when jeans are damp to get desired length. And length is misspelled Length. Oh God, I'm going to have to get this. Okay, we're halfway through the goal. And we're halfway through the pants. This is looking well. All right. What's wrong with lint? Should block you. Okay. Oh, and for those of you who asked, my inseam is 24 inches. Okay. These are an awesome, awesome, awesome pair. This is what Naked and Famous at their best. So my rule is, if I'm going to get a gimmicky pair from them, they've got to look good despite the gimmick or regardless of the gimmick. So these are cool because they're powder blue, which I like, which is rare. It's kind of fun in the spring and the summer. However, ready? These are thermochromic, which means they change color according to your body heat. So if you wear them in really hot weather, they turn white. They'll also change different parts depending on where. So if I blow on it, you can see it turns white right there. And when I got them hemmed, the lady at the tailor had a heart attack. She was from Honduras, I believe, because she thought that she'd spilled bleach on them. So, yeah, and actually the label for this said it doesn't just warm up your private parts, it's all over. So these are really, really, really cool. They turn white. So yeah, I like these a lot. But it's hard to get them to change color because if the weather's warm enough, you don't want to be in jeans. So it's kind of a catch-22. Yeah, what happens when you fart? I don't know. I've never farted. So that's these. Now we've got another pair that everyone's been asking about. The stainless steel denim. These are very rare. So, nope, these are not them. These just look like regular jeans. Okay, they're cool. Dark indigo, fit perfectly. They've got a cool, on the back, red belt loop. All right. So what's interesting about these? They're just a regular denim. The weft is normal. Well, Naked and Famous made 4 versions of this. The first one was the hardest to find. The same week, someone put on eBay, no, different people. I got, oh, thank you so much, David. I've got the stainless steel, the citrus weft, and these all were dropped within 1 week by different sellers. It was very weird because they're all rare from 6 years ago. These, you ready? You're going to think I'm lying. Let's see if the camera can pick this up. Raspberry, Scratch, and Sniff. So Naked and Famous made Mint, Scratch, and Sniff, which are easy to find. Then they made a Pine, and then there was a 4th one. This was the first one. They still smell. You scratch them, you smell them. So Raspberry, Scratch, and Sniff jeans. These were the original Scratch and Sniff jeans. And like I said, they've got to look cool regardless of the gimmick, and they're just a cool, solid pair of dark indigo jeans. And they still smell like 6 years later. Now we got another pair. No, they smell like raspberry. This pair was one... I read the washing instructions. So this pair was one I had... This is Ghost Lights, not John. Thank you for retweeting my AK handguards. Well, thank you. I'm glad to help. You're short like me. How do you find it difficult to find your size? You just got to hem them. These were a dilemma, the next pair. Because is Bianca really uglier than Giuliani in drag? I don't think Bianca's uglier than Giuliani in drag. Bianca wasn't number 1. That wasn't who I was referring to. Sometimes when you see... Sometimes something looks cool doesn't mean it's going to look cool on you. But these were very rare, very unique. They made them only for Barney's. And I'm just like, I've got to figure out how to wear them. But they're super gay, super Cameron on Modern Family. I'm like, I can't fucking pull this shit off. So these were the, what do they call them? Pinup girl print. On the inside, they had vintage pinup girls. On the outside, it's nice white, kind of streaky comes through. But I'm like, how am I going to pull this off? This is super gay. So what I did is I rolled them into a 7/8 length. And all it has is a strip of what looks like cream and some nondescript pictures. So that's how I managed to pull these off. But it was tough, let me tell you. Because I did not want to look like Cameron on Modern Family. So you don't register what it is that you're seeing. Just looks like a cool curled cuff weft. So these are the pinup girl prints that were Barney's exclusive from Naked and Famous. And one more pair in this stack of 10. We're $150. Oh, God. Okay, we're $50 away from me to getting those curved pants. Good Lord. What have I done? These are also a, what do you call it? From Uniqlo. These, oh my God. Oh, I gotta buy them now. Ah! Oh. Oh my, you know it's impossible to find a Mushroom Cloud lapel pin or t-shirt? I've looked. Thank you so much. We just saw that, there's no, okay, we're there. I gotta get them, I promised. I'm absolutely getting them, there's not even a question. 100% getting them. I'm still gonna go through the rest of my jeans, and, yeah. Okay, as promised. So, these are Naked and Famous, many years ago, I think 10 years ago, made whale-less corduroys. So that the whales on corduroy are the long strips. And they made corduroys without the long strips, which apparently, it looks like velvet, but there's some distinction. So these are basically corduroys without what people think is the corduroy, but corduroy actually refers to the fabric and not to those strips. So I got them in 3 different colors. This is the one color I've left. They've aged really, really well. You can see, you know, by the pocket, they're threadbare. Over here, they're kind of threadbare. It's just really fun when you have a pair that you've worn for like a long time and how they age and evolve. And again, they look kind of, they're whaleless cord. These are like $30 in Naked and Famous, and I really like them. I had them also in like a jade and a dark brown. I got rid of the other 2. Okay, we've got 10 more pairs to go through. Oh my god. I gotta get those curved pants now. I'm not even asking about the swastika pants I had my eye on. Not kidding. I'll even show you the swastika pants. 1 second. Also by Capital. Swastika Grailed. 1 second. Bear with me. You guys gotta see this shit. It's like, I'm like, if I wear this, I'm gonna get the shit kicked out of me, and with good reason, but they look really cool. Let's see, pulling it open. Copy image location. Here, these are the swastika jeans. Let's see if you can click on that. Yep, you can click on them. I've also been eyeing those, but don't make me buy them because I can't wear them. There are no N-word pants. Have I ever split your pants? No, I've split my underwear once when doing squats. Okay, let's get the Thank you so much for putting me over the top. And I will definitely have to get those stupid... I don't know if I can't fit into them, I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, we're getting the last 10 pairs of jeans in 1 second. Kool-Aid. All right. Okay. So, here we go. These are Levi's, corduroy, and herringbone. Herringbone is a pattern where it's kind of the lines that kind of make like a chevron pattern almost. You'll have alternating columns of upper left and then lower right. I didn't realize that the pattern would basically be painted on these, but these are herringbone corduroy. So you can see the herringbone pattern, and you can see that it's on this cool green corduroy. These are Levi's. They weren't expensive at all. It's hard to make out the corduroy over there, but yeah, were a lot of fun. Next we have here we go. You ready? These are the stainless steel jeans. I think these retailed for like $350 or $400 something. I got them for much cheaper on eBay. These are stainless steel denim, so they are made with 10% stainless steel, 90% cotton, and you can see the fabric folds in on itself in many places. Like, for example, the legs are all wrinkly, not because they're wrinkled like from sitting there. They're wrinkled because the stainless steel kind of forces it to go in a wavy pattern. Can you make that out? I mean, if I do this. So I actually wore these through an airport security once, and I was scared, but it didn't set off the metal detector. But you can see on the inside the weft, it's got this grayish hue to it from the stainless steel. Yes, you can wash them. These also fade very, very nicely to an electric blue. Where can I see it the best? Like in the back pocket, you can kind of see it on the bottom a little bit. So, stainless steel denim. Next. I told you they're all going to be different. What good are 31 pairs of jeans if you have shingles, can't go anywhere? You could do a live stream. A doy. They are not comfortable, the stainless steel. They're not. So these I adore. These I adore. They're a company called Ruel and Ray, which are handmade from North Carolina, I believe. They made 67 pairs. This is number 55. I love this old-timey color. It's very 70s. I looked for a long time for these, and then I got them for super cheap. There was like one pair left in like Holland. I was gonna get them fixed because they were like size 36 or something, but I managed to find them. They haven't aged really at all, but I just think they're super, super new wave. And they got the cool contrast stitching, and the fact that they're hand numbered is also really cool if you are a pretentious dick like myself. So they called it dead stock as if they said the fabric was dead stock, but I don't think that's actually accurate. And I think they're out of business now. But I absolutely love these, and they're still stiff. Here's another. We're coming almost to the end. These are Levi's. I call these my fireman pants. These are Levi's Bordeaux colored. They're shrink to fit, so I've never washed them. What I did is I made a very big cuff. Show us your UGG collection. I don't have Uggs, asshole. You're the UGG. Oh. I made a big cuff, and these are a very wide pant, wide legs, so I feel like I'm wearing fireman pants when I wear these. For some reason online, they're tagged as purple. I don't see it. I'm a little colorblind, though, but I don't see there's anything purple to them whatsoever. To me, they look like a Toro-colored tuna. I think they're really fun. Levi's has a lot of great colors of jeans, and these were like 25 bucks or something. I really like them. Okay. Here we have a really expensive pair. They're purple. They just look pink to me. I don't see it. I believe you guys. Again, I'm colorblind. So Capital is also known. This is the brand, the Cisco. This is what they're known for the most. So these are, I think, ash dyed. And not only are they dyed in ash, they also have the sashiko quilting effect. And the sashiko thank you, I thought they were pink. I thought it's preferable because that's what I'm perceiving. All I said is you have it. Now show us the Uggs. There's no Uggs. So these actually, not only are they have the quilting, they make a little pattern in the quilting. These are super expensive, but I got them for cheap because they didn't have the thing in the back, which is supposed to be able to be like a brace to pull them tighter. And I'm like, I don't care about that brace in the back. So these also just came out recently in a turquoise color. And they also have a Kakishibu variant. These are the gray. And I love them. They're for like a jean connoisseur kind of person. These are I've got lots of different fits. Because that's the whole fun. So these, Naked and Famous, just Allie Lerman, she works for, what is your opinion of Boris Yeltsin? I don't have much of importance to say vis-a-vis, there's a pattern that last fabric, yeah. I don't have much of importance to say about Boris Yeltsin. I don't know that much about him whatsoever. He seems like a hot mess. I do have cool gloves. I have Freezy Freakies, and I own freezyfreakies.com. If you don't know what that is, goggle it. So these are probably might be my favorite from Naked and Famous. These are wine dyed. So it's this dark purple, and as it breaks down, which it's been doing very quickly, the blue slips out. I want to see if I can show you where it's, because you have to look close for it. And it's only up close that you can see the blue kind of as it evolves. But wait, was it there? I feel like an idiot. It's hard to make out, but yeah. It's a purple on top, indigo underneath. The weft you can see is this kind of burgundy. And then it's got the cool selvage edge, which is gold. But these look absolutely great. And it's also great to see how quickly they're fading and having the indigo threading pop out. So they came out last year. They're really, really fun. Yeah. Okay, we got 4 more pairs to go. CadburyCreamEggs.com. I own that also. Oh, you know what else I just bought? JohnO'Brennan.com, after the CIA guy. Yep, check it out. Go to JohnO'Brennan.com. See if I'm joking. I can't wait to drop that nuke on him and tell him, hey, Mr. Intelligence, how come your site resolves to a Trump fundraising site? These are my oldest pair. These are also a typical Uniqlo brown pair, but as they've aged, they've gotten all streaky. You can see, the lines come through. They've just, an old beater pair an old pair of jeans is like an old friend, is what they say. I don't know if that's true. But these are just really old, worn. What's your favorite Strangers Candy episode? Who Wants Cake? So I just really like them, how they got this waxy sheen to them. They've got these little streaks. Cheap, fun, versatile. I like them. This next pair might also be my favorite of all of them, because they're like the Ruel and Ray, but they've aged very, very well. So when I couldn't get the Ruel and Ray, I got these. They're from Outclass in Canada. Outclass stopped making jeans now. But these are very similar to the Ruel and Ray, that kind of summery color, spring color. And these, you can see it aged very well. Here's the wallet, how it aged there. You can see in the crotch and the ass, it completely came through. That's why I look at it, asshole. Look at it. Yeah, you love that shit, don't you? So these are very, you can see how the ink's faded, which is a lot of fun. I love these. They fit like a glove. When I say like a glove, it's, I mean like a glove. They fit perfectly. So I adore these, and I'm going to be very sad when they are going to be done with their use. Next pair are Kennedy jeans. This is the last pair on Earth. I had to order them from Australia. They came overnight somehow. And these are stretch herringbone. These are skin-tight stretch pants. You can see the herringbone design. They're slim straight. Really fun. So you can see in the warp, the herringbone, it'll give you a headache because it's, the alternating lines. So these are fun. I'm sure I've worn them on her show. And we're down to the last pair. Oh. The last pair, they're all falling. That's okay. The last pair is these. These got a nice cowhide belt loop. These are from GSUS, which is I think Netherlands company. Got a cool alternate pocket. These are skin tight stretch indigo denim. I didn't know I could pull them off. I found that I could. I washed them once, and now they're fading pretty well. They're very kind of Jordashy, I think. I love contrast stitching. I think they make a pair of jeans look a lot better. So these are stretchy and fun. And that's the last pair. So that's 30 pairs of jeans. I hope you can see that they all look pretty, contrast stitching, they all look pretty different from each other. And yeah, so now I have to go buy, thanks to you guys, those curved pants, as I promised. Yeah. Okay. So let's fold these up. Those are all nice jeans. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little hobby, which I'll have an episode of my show on soon, um, in a few weeks. Huh. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Okay, 1 second. Refreshing. Actually, I did tape an episode with Should Anarchists Get Jobs in Government and Destroy from Within? I'm not big on should. If that's what you want to do, I don't know that I would feel comfortable on an ethical level accepting tax money as my salary. The curvy jeans are capital Kapital. So but I wouldn't judge somebody else necessarily for doing that. Okay, I'm gonna get the curvy denim now. Are you for or against annexing Canada? I'm against it. I'm for liberating America, primarily. Um, what was it? Oh, so today, Tom Woods and I recorded an episode talking about our debriefing of the episode with Matt Welch, and it got pretty heated, not in a hostile way because we're friends, but we very strongly different points of view. So that episode is probably going to air on Monday or Tuesday. Really looking forward to that. It's awesome. I can't believe you guys gave me $200 to buy those jeans. Good Lord. I heard back. I've got book news. I have heard back from St. Martin's, and it looks like. So here are the dates where everything has to happen. You're the first to know about this. Oh, by the way, does anyone? If you guys are compound Gas Digital subscribers, you can ask chat questions because on Tuesday we have Rucka Ali. He's not going to be in studio, but Rucka is awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to all the incessant questions about Maddox and Israel. Here we have, what was I going to show you? The dates for the new right. So I'm going to hear back from the legal team by late September. I'll have the copy edited files by September 10th which is not far off. I'm going to have the page proofs by October 25th. So it's coming to a head. I am very excited. I can't imagine half the stuff that they're going to let me through. It's going to be really, really fun. And exciting, and May's not that far off. Apparently it's May. I still haven't gotten confirmation from the publisher, but why would I? I'm just the author. When you could just put it on Amazon. It's not like it matters to me or have any relevant. Talk to Ruck about when. Remind me. I heard that you regard Tom Woods as merely an ally. Okay. $15.99. Well, thank you very much, Herb Seasoning. I just got some Mrs. Dash and I hated it. So yeah. I will absolutely, that'll pay for shipping on those curved jeans again. God, I can't believe I'm buying them. Have you read Industrial Society and Its Future? That sounds familiar. I know a lorry's a truck. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not British so good. Industrial Society and Its... Oh, no, I haven't read the Unabomber's Manifesto, no. I'm trying to avoid salt because it makes me a little bit, it gives you water retention. What do you think of anti-capitalist forms of anarchism? I'm fine. I don't know what... Yeah, God, those pants. They said they're kind of tight in the thigh. I gotta... Look, you guys put your money where your mouth is, so now I gotta deliver. And I gotta wear them, and I feel like Job on... why am I blanking on the show name? The Bluths family. It's like I made a huge mistake. That's what I'm. It's gonna. I have to put them on. I have to get them on by hook or by crook. They don't have Arrested Development. Thank you. They're not stretch fabric. They're specifically not. So, how come you don't wear skirts? You're cisgender. I don't. You don't know that. Let's see. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going on a road trip tomorrow with my friend. We're going to do some hiking. Thank God my shingles are gone. So, yeah. Why are you trying to decrease your water retention? Because I'm trying to lower the body fat. Yeah, if they make me walk... So when I was in... I'll tell you a story, a Denim story. When I was in Montreal, Naked and Famous had made the thickest pants on earth, 32-ounce denim. And basically the denim is like carpet fabric. And they had a pair, and I tried them on, and I couldn't bend my knees. So I started walking around, I have a video of this, which I'll play on the episode, like the Tin Man. Because you could only go do, 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 do. It was a very weird feeling. Like, even if you lean back, the jeans were giving you like such extreme support. So it was really interesting to see what it feels like to wear 32-ounce denim. And I imagine that's what these curved pants are going to be. They're probably going to bunch in weird places. And also they're probably going to be like tourniquets, possibly. So I am absolutely going to talk to Ruck about objectivism. That's not even a question. There's going to be an audiobook. I'm going to be reading it, without a doubt. And yes, in the chapter of Jared Taylor, I'm going to do my Jared Taylor voice when I talk about Jared Taylor. Yes. So you can relax. It's going to be plenty of Jared Taylor to be had. I guess that's all I had for... Let me see who else I had. Yeah, I'm going to go on a little hike. Get out of the house, get out of the city. What else? I'm just going to see who else I have queued up on You're Welcome that you people might be interested in. I hope you all enjoyed the Stossel episode. It was a real labor of love. So, yeah, I spell it. I don't spell it that way. In the book, I spell it H-W-I-T-E. It was a great conversation. Oh, God, Jesse. Isn't Stossel the best? The fact that he, within 5 minutes, was like, I'm autistic, I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, he didn't know he was going to be on camera, so I felt bad. And I think he was a little annoyed, but I still think seeing cool. No one ever got to see before, in my view, the like kind of relaxed, dorky side of John Stossel, which some people who work with him get to see and who really enjoy. And him just like laughing and like goofing off. Like, that's very... I'm sorry. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. He's not, like he said, like this warm, cuddly guy. So getting him like loose and like having fun was an accomplishment, and I enjoyed it. I had that impression of him ready for weeks. Books, clothing, food. Yeah. So he was such a good sport. It was just absolutely amazing to... Oh, God, I can't believe I have to get those curved jeans. Jesus Christ. So, you know, my understanding is that some people just do these live streams and they hang out just like for hours talking. So I'm probably going to do a few of these live streams next week because Compound Media's off. We pre-taped 4 episodes of Nightshade, which are excellent. The last one's kind of disturbing. There's going to be an episode on God's Mistakes, an episode on Life Site News, an episode on Night Rage, things that drive me crazy, and an episode on The Root. Yeah, I guess you guys can talk shit on each other in the chat. So that's kind of fun. So we got that. What else am I doing this? Tom Woods is going to be in town. I got him to go to Sleep No More, which is going to be crazy. I'm going to be on Tom Shalhoub's show. Shalhoub! On Monday. Wednesday, I'm on Kennedy, with Guy Benson being the guest host. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. What is Owen? I'm not going to show you this room. It's a nightmare. I promise you it's a nightmare. Like, this is my worst room in the house by far. 200 people watching this shit show. Who was fantastic on Gavin's show, Free Speech? Tom? Tom's great. Tom's another one where if you get to know him, you realize, wait a minute, you know, there's so much going on. Still waters run deep kind of thing. Great guy. Great guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone has any comments on any of those denim. I think they're kind of cool. But when I was doing the screenplay about Rub Rodeo back in the day, someone made the comment. I have 0 takeout boxes. Someone made the comment about how if you have enough of something, it makes it interesting. Like someone was collecting popcorn boxes, and I'm like, you know what? That is cool. Like if you want to collect popcorn boxes, you want to do this. It's that find your bliss. So you're gonna die from that hurricane. Guarantee it. I was just walking around all day. I was hanging out with my good friend Simon. I think he's on here, and Michael Wolf, who's this like deadlifting strength coach, who studied under Ripito. So that was a lot of fun. We played with his dog Chops, who's a fun boy. I love, love, love animals. Gavin on CRTV is so annoying. It's so cut up. I don't know what that means. In hot water, but in hot water is early now, so I'm not waking up for that shit. I can get Jim Goat to sign it. Owen was talking mad shit on Joe Rogan's YouTube comments. Are there? Yeah, I don't know what. I'm just surprised that you could have 30 pairs of jeans and have them be so different. So I thought that was kind of interesting and kind of cool. And I guess I'm gonna have to get rid of a pair if I get those curved pair. I'll have to ask the Naked and Famous guys for permission to get rid of I'm gonna get rid of the stretchy ice blue ones, or I'm going to retire the sweatpants ones because other companies make sweatpant denim now, and maybe I'll wear them as pajama pants in the future. So I don't like watches because my wrists are way too thin to wear watches. So yeah. I don't know what else I can talk to y'all about. What else do you like to collect? Oh, we're not going down that road. No, 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 no. Yeah, I don't, like on YouTube, I do not get involved in the comments. I don't often read them. I feel like YouTube are usually the worst of all the platforms, and I think that's known for comments. I think wasps are kind of this kind of a very old money kind of thing. I don't like them. How many pairs of socks do you have? One drawer full. That's the best I can explain it. Oh, I'm crashing a little bit now. Let me get my drink. Oh God. So what should I do with? Well, if you had a choice, would you remain your size or be my size, 6'7", 300 pounds? It depends on what 6'7", 300 pounds looks like, I guess. I'm sure if I were that big, a lot of people would make assumptions about me. And you can't get away with being as aggressive as I can. Right away it becomes bullying and threatening and all this other stuff. Whereas it's actually the small guys are socially in a position to be much more aggressive and bullying. Not in the sense of getting someone's face, oh, you want to fight, but in the sense of being mean. I've never met David Bowie. And yeah, that's a good point. Like, tall people do die much younger. So, yeah, yeah, so I don't know. So, like, obviously there's huge advantages to being tall, but there are some big, like, I would have to, I don't know, I'd have to rethink my entire approach, because I couldn't get away with it. Like, if I'm on, Kennedy, and I couldn't talk to Steven Sigmund that way if I was 6'7", 300 pounds. Because then it would look like I'm about to hit him. And it would be a big issue. Height of the manlet cutoff is 6'3". I also couldn't raise my voice. And I know a lot. I have a lot of tall friends, and we've talked about this a lot. Fuck, I don't know what that means. Okay. So, yeah, I'm sure there's obviously there's lots of big advantages as well, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. So, whew, let's see. What else can we talk about today? This is what happens when you talk for a living. I think, yeah, Joe Rogan's not tall. He's about my height. He's about 5'1". What extinct animals should we clone first? I mean, the low-hanging fruit is going to be either the Tasmanian tiger or the mammoth, right? The mammoth would be probably easier because we have a mother for it to gestate it. So I would have to say, I like woolly rhino's got to be fucking up there because the mammoth's just gonna look like a hairy elephant, but a woolly mammoth, I think it looks significantly. A woolly rhino looks significantly different than a rhino. An episode going through your library. Oh no, we're not doing this. I've got way too many books. Three-toed sloths. I don't need cloning. Dodo. Yeah, okay, Dodo would be it. Yeah, I got the genes. Speaking of animals, do you support kangaroo hunting? I don't have a position. I understand they're not endangered, so it's Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings. Oh, get that fucking nerd shit out of here. Top 30 books. I did an episode of that on You're Welcome. God, I'm gonna get those pants now. Let's see. Okay, I am going to. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do some reading. I guess. Are you concerned about developing Russophobia? No, I don't think so. Most awesome thing about living in New York City. Don't say you. Don't say you. Don't say you. There's a lot, and I'm not sure. Where did you get the seal first? Where did you get the sealskin wallet? It wasn't sealskin, it was seal fur, and I got it on a store in Norway. Read us a story. Ooh, should I read you some stuff from my book? Should I do that? Best British rock band. I'm gonna throw out something that's not the best, but a British punk band that is not known as much as it should be, which are superb. Which is, if I could live in New York, I'd live in Toronto. Which is the Adverts. Okay, you want me to read from the book? Okay, I'm gonna read from the book. Where's my fucking super chats, assholes? Okay. We're doing this. I'm gonna read you a little. Let's see, I'm getting it open. We're doing this. That's a great idea. Okay, what should I... Okay, let me read you the different chapters. And then we can... Whoever super chats can pick which one I'm going to read from, okay? I got the genes. We got enough for the genes. So, here we go. Revised final. Okay. Here are the chapters. Chapter 1. This is your welcome. I'm going to read you... Here I'm going to do. I'm going to read you all the chapters and all the introductory quotes. Okay? Chapter 1, this is your welcome. And this is a Murray Rothbard quote. Starts with a Murray Rothbard quote. And indeed, what is the state anyway but organized banditry? What is taxation but theft on a gigantic, unchecked scale? What is war but mass murder on a scale impossible by private police forces? What is conscription but mass enslavement? Can anyone envision a private police force getting away with a tiny fraction of what states get away with, and do habitually, year after year, century after century? So that's chapter 1. And now chapter 2. Chapter 2 is called The Lurker at the Threshold. Mike Wallace. Some of you may have seen this clip from my intro to the Mises thing. Mike Wallace. You are out to destroy almost every edifice in the contemporary American way of life. our Judeo-Christian religion, our modified government-regulated capitalism, our rule by the majority will. Other reviews have said that you scorn churches and the concept of God. Are these accurate criticisms? Ayn Rand. Yes. So that's how Chapter 2 starts. Chapter 3, The Strike. And this is a Margaret Thatcher quote. If you look at the great philosophies and ideas that have moved the world, if you look at the great religions, and the Judeo-Christian religion has been the origin of human rights and the significance of the individual, do you think you would have ever had those great guidelines had people gone out and said, brothers, I believe in consensus? Of course you wouldn't. You would have had nothing great, nothing of value. Next, Chapter 4 is Meme Magic is Real. And this is a quote from your favorite president. Every time I speak of the haters and losers, I do so with great love and affection. They cannot help the fact that they were born fucked up. Chapter 5, Airtight. This is a Sam Hyde quote. When we win, do not forget that these people want you broke, dead, your kids raped and brainwashed, and they think it's funny. Chapter 6, The Case Against Democracy. The quotes from Ludwig von Mises. You have the courage... Chapter 4 for the win, of course. Thank you, Hunter. Ludwig von Mises. You have the courage to tell the masses what no politician told them. You are inferior, and all the improvements in your conditions which you simply take for granted, you owe to the effort of men who are better than you. Chapter 7, Penthouse Legend. The quote, it's the chapter about Jim Goad, so the quote is from Jim Goad. I can't do his voice, I almost had it, but I'm not gonna. I'm constantly bemused by how much shit-talking and moral finger-pointing... it is real, thank you, Brady. I'm constantly bemused with how much shit-talking and moral finger-pointing that white people from, say, an enlightened town such as Seattle do about those horrible, racist white Southerners. But Seattle is only 8% black, Mississippi's 37% black. Historically, the South has always been the blackest part of the United States. More than half of black Americans still live in the South. So who really has had more contact with black people? Snooty white progs in Seattle? Or those perpetually demonized Southern rednecks? Who truly is prejudging here? Chapter 8, The Vices of Gavin McInnes. This is a Gavin quote, of course. I'd like to formally apologize to all the trannies threatening to kill my family and eat me alive. You are not mentally ill. Chapter 9, Foreign Affairs. Let's see if you can guess who this quote is from. Sometimes democracy must be bathed in blood. That's, of course, Pinochet. Chapter 10, Secondhand Lives. This quote is from C.S. Lewis. Of all tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It would be better to live under robber barons than under omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep, his cupidity may at some point be satiated. But those who torment us for our own good will torment us without end, for they do so with the approval of their own conscience. Chapter 11, Ego. Lenin quote. Give me 4 years to teach the children, and the seed I have sown will never be uprooted. Chapter 12, The Divine Miss C. I'm gonna pull this quote, I think. I got these from my brain, not a quote book, asshole. Clement Attlee, who was a labor leader in Britain, he goes, when we are returned to power, we want to put in the statute book an act which will make our people, citizens of the world before they are citizens of this country. Chapter 13, The New White. This is the Jared Taylor chapter, of course. Jimmy Carter. I see nothing wrong with ethnic purity being maintained. Chapter 14, Charlottesville or Bust. It's an Andrea Dworkin quote, and I'm going to change this, I think. Being a Jew, one learns to believe in the reality of cruelty, and one learns to recognize indifference to human suffering as a fact. The quote is going to be changed to, I'm pretty sure, a quote from, let me get it. Bear with me. I'll give it to you right now. Hold on. The quote is going to be changed to, I'm 90% sure, Sylvia Plath, from her poem Daddy, where she goes, "Every woman adores a fascist, the boot in the face, the brute heart of a brute like you." So I think that'll be a better intro for the Charlottesville chapter. And then we have, thanks JW, and then we have the last chapter, The Road Ahead. What was their quote? Okay, the last chapter is a Mencken quote. "Every normal man must be tempted, at times, to spit on his hands, hoist the black flag, and begin slitting throats." So those are the 15 chapters. I think those are all of them. Yeah, those are the 15 chapters in the book, and those are the opening quotes from all of them. I also have to add the quote from Thomas Sowell, where a man isn't equal to himself later in the day. So that's going to be added. And there's another quote from Frank Herbert, which I'm going to add, where he says, "When I'm weaker than you, I ask for freedom because that is according to your principles. When I'm stronger than you, I take away your freedom because that is according to my principles." So that's a great quote. This book's going to be, the more I look, it's a long process, so you kind of get sick of it. But then when you look back, I'm like, wait, this is some good shit. So I am very pleased with it. And it's going to be a lot of, yeah. And thanks for all the support. I mean, may we get the first paragraphs of a choice chapter. Okay, whoever super chats some cash, I will read a chapter that they want. That's only the fair way to do it, and the only Jew way to do it. I don't know anything about Shel Silverstein, one way or another. Is Dave Rubin mentioned in the book? Good question. No. He is not. I don't know. Was Rogan mentioned? No, Rogan's mentioned once. So he's not mentioned in here. So this is the way this book's written is someone mentioned chapter 4. You want me to read from chapter 4? Okay. Gavin's quote tickled me. I wrote that one. Okay, we need a tiebreaker, I guess. Asshole, I super cheated you for chapter 4. Super cheated you? Where? I'm sorry, like, as I'm reading, I don't always see it. Are you going on Stefan's show? And do you get wasted from 6-pack of beer? I'm not a drinker. Ben Shapiro, I don't think he's mentioned at all. Let me see. I tried to stay... Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, there's a whole part about Ben Shapiro versus Vox Day. Yeah. Oh, I misspelled Breitbart here. Yikes. So Ben Shapiro's in there, because there's a section of Breitbart. Might like the band Carnival Screw Up. Okay, I don't like 80s punk. 4 had 2 mentions, asshole. Don't be nice. Who's a better love? Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin? I don't know what that means. Chapter 4. Okay, I'll do chapter 4. Relax, guys. Chapter 4. Meme magic is real. Okay, let's see what's interesting here. The second quote is an Ayn Rand quote, yeah. Hold on, I want to get the juicy stuff for you guys, so I'm skimming through it. Because a lot of this is like, this is what 4chan is, blah, blah, blah. Taki, Derbyshire, Breitbart. There's not juicy stuff here, though. I want to get the good stuff for you guys. Gavin and one more cringe about buying the jeans. Okay, here, I'll read you this. This is something that will be new to most people and will be of interest to you. To no surprise, trolling is defined incorrectly by the corporate press. It is not synonymous with taunting, and it doesn't simply mean insulting someone in virulent or racist terms. Trolling is meant to be clever at its best. It is the art of turning an audience into a performer by exploiting their flaws for comedic effect. There is, in contemporary times, a huge overlap between racism and trolling, but this is in large part due to race being such an easy way to get the sensitive to act out. Shadley is not in the book. Here we go. A good way to understand trolling is to look at the original troll, Andy Kaufman. Kaufman often performed in costume as his alter ego, foul-mouthed and foul-voiced lounge singer Tony Clifton. At one point during a 1978 show, Clifton mused about how his wife passed away and invited his 12-year-old daughter to join him on stage for a duet. As recounted by Kaufman associate Bob Zamuda, it was a wonderful, heart-touching moment, at least until the kid made a mistake by singing over Tony's part. Suddenly his hand shot up, and the loud smack it made across her cheek couldn't have stunned the audience more had it been a gunshot. "What are you, a fucking idiot?" screeched Tony. The stunned child began to cry. "Shut the fuck up or I'll give you another one." As the audience booed what they were seeing, Tony turned and asked the crowd to stop booing, lest the child think they didn't like her. Yet the singer, it turned out, wasn't Kaufman's child. In fact, she wasn't even a child at all, but a young-looking actress who was in on the whole thing. In one sense, then, Kaufman was associated with child abuse. Kaufman, as well as the audience and every sane person on earth, thought that genuine violence against children is a horrific subject. It was precisely this universal repulsion to such actions that drove the comedic tension. So that is fun. There was something. What else did you guys want to hear from? Remind me. Battletoads. They're mentioned in Battletoads. I don't know. There's not. There's not. There's no mention of Battletoads. The vocabulary list is not in the book. If there's any other chapters you want me to read from, I will be glad to do so. It's going to be really fun doing the audiobook for this. Jordan Peterson is mentioned once. That's it. Quotes on the back, I haven't done that yet. I work in Microsoft Word. The Gavin chapter, let's do the Gavin chapter. The Jared Taylor voice? Okay, let's do the Jared Taylor voice. Let me find a good piece. No, I spelled it. How'd I spell it? H-W-I-T-E, yeah. I did not have God's. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's not in here. Let me find something from Jared. What can I read from here? I want to do it in his voice, though. Gad Sad? Okay, thank you. I should know this when I'm writing a book on this subject. This is kind of fun. Every society has got friction. Every society has got problems. It's inevitable. People do not all agree. Homogeneity of a nation is only a first. Then it makes other problems easier to solve. It doesn't make them all go away. So that's from the Jared Taylor chapter. Let me go to the Gavin. Here we go. This is how the chapter starts. One of my favorite movies, one of my favorite internet videos Jim Goad, I'll do that next. One of my favorite internet videos is a 7-minute film released in 2008 called Sophie Can Walk. On September 16, 2006, the video explains, Sophie McInnes was born. Doctors said she wouldn't walk for at least a year. Proud Papa Gavin McInnes proceeds to put his daughter into a tiny wheelchair and take her from doctor to doctor trying to get her to walk. The doctor's responses are as expected. I really feel like this pessimism of this hospital saying it's going to be a year is almost like anti-miracle. McInnes snaps. It's like they hate miracles. Eventually, McInnes puts up flyers in the then-cool neighborhood of Williamsburg with Sophie's picture, promoting an imaginary charity with funds going to help her walk. Oh, you're bored and you can't walk? McInnes muses. That doesn't make sense. And why are we listening to doctors? This is the same thing as circumcision. They used to think snails work. Oh, you put a snail in your arm and it'll eat your blood. Why was that medicine? Now they believe in astrology. That's not medicine. So this is how the Gavin... I'm excited about the book. I mean... Not gonna lie. I should hope anyone's excited about their own book, for fuck's sake. If you're not excited about your book, you shouldn't do it. Jim Goad. Oh, here's one where I make fun of him. Like many members of the New Right, Goad disavows any such affiliation. I do not and have never identified as right-wing, he insisted to me. The political binary is the dumbest of all. It's based on the seating system in the old French legislature, and I refuse to base my life on anything French. This is me talking now. This is the philosophical equivalent of denying the gender binary. So odious is the right wing in America that Gavin would apparently prefer to think of it, that Goad would apparently prefer to think of himself as polyfluid or polyqueer, which is, after all, his right to do. I didn't bother to ask him his preferred pronouns, but I'm assuming he's fine with he. But despite his protestations to the contrary, other than right wing or left wing, there's really nowhere else to go on the axis. So that's from the Jim Goad chapter. Is there anything else anyone wants to see before I bounce? There's a lot of good stuff in here. If they let in half my jokes, it'll be not a minor miracle, a major miracle. I'm just skimming through. It's long. It's 87,000 words too. I'm just skimming through. Gavin. Okay, I guess that's everything that you guys want. So how it's written is a first person. They want it first person. The book's called The New Right. How does it end? That's a good question. It ends with a Camus quote. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's all. Just flipping through this. There's a section on Moldbug. There's a section on the Cathedral. Jonathan Haidt. Neil Strauss. Box Day. Virtue signaling. Degrassi I mentioned. I haven't looked at this in a while. Oh, Richard Dawkins is mentioned? What is he mentioning? What context? You might like this album, the Midnight Nocturnal. Okay, I'll check it out. Put on the color change jeans and... No, I'm not farting in the camera. Ben Garrison. Forchan. Keck. A. Wyatt Man, Joan Rivers, Hillary, Breitbart, Derbyshire, the Donald. Yep. I'll leave this live stream up. I don't think Tom Woods is mentioned. No, there's a reference to him that I don't use his name. Pepe. 9/11 jokes. Rape jokes. Slavery jokes. Crib death jokes. Holocaust jokes. Reddit, 4chan. A lot of this, the editor wanted, so I had to put it in. Pat Buchanan. Oh, things that have been called racist in the press. I have a whole list. The evangelical left. Of course, I talked Pinochet. Scott Adams. Rand Paul. Rothbard. There's a whole chapter on Rothbard. Buckley. Ooh, I tear Buckley apart. Ooh. Ooh, David Koresh, yeah. Hitler. It's a chapter on people who've done nothing wrong. George H.W. Bush, Gorbachev, James Burnham, the necrophilia, and National Review comparing it to gay rights. Nixon, there's a lot on Nixon. Whittaker Chambers, Mises, Quentin Crisp, Brennan, which Brennan? Oh yeah, Hot Wheels. I'm just going through the cast of characters. Mao, Stalin, Hitler, the JQ, page 24. The Dark Enlightenment, yeah. Hamilton, Twin Peaks, the Cathedral. There's a whole thing in the Cathedral. Hoppe, Ayn Rand, Yaron Brook, Lysander Spooner. They wanted to cut the. It's coming out in May. Apparently, they wanted to cut the Lysander Spooner quote, and I'm like, oh no. Trollboard, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Martin Luther King, Bolsheviks, Mensheviks. Yeah, that's it. Is there any other chapters people want me to read from? If not, I'm going to bounce. Sam Hyde is not in here. I don't think Sam's in here at all other than that quote. No, he's not in there at all. Huh, I started with Denim, I end up with this. What is the relationship between the new right and religion? Someone should write a book about that. Cast of Thousands, yes. Adverts. Cernovich, yeah, there's a chapter on Cernovich and Alex Jones. Scott Adams is... What is a defining characteristic of the new right? What page is that on? Defined as... Here's how I define the new right. Thaddeus Russell is in here. The new right, for the purposes of this book, the new right is defined as a loosely connected group of individuals united by their opposition to progressivism, which they perceive to be a thinly veiled fundamentalist religion dedicated to egalitarian principles and intent on totalitarian world domination via globalist hegemony. That is my definition of the new right in the book, and I think that's a pretty solid definition. Paul Joseph Watson is not in here. Okay. I think that's everything. I look forward to seeing this in stores, and I look forward to Hi, Hitler was a leftist. Yeah, okay, buddy. I look forward to getting this out there. Thanks for making me buy those fucked up jeans. I will have a, what do you call it? I'll show and tell of some kind of them. There's nothing specifically about New Right. I mean, Coulter's in there. Rand is in there. What other women are in there? Milo. I think that's the list. That I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, the argument that Hitler's a leftist is there's a book called Muscle by this guy named Samuel Fussell. And he was someone who became a bodybuilder. And at one point he was at the gym with his bodybuilder buddy, and the bodybuilder said, oh yeah, Jesus can lift a lot should bench a lot. And the logic is, Jesus is good, benching a lot is good, therefore Jesus can bench a lot. And it's the same thing as saying, well, leftism is bad, Hitler's bad, therefore Hitler's a leftist. It's bullshit. The Frankfurt School is not a part of the right at all. They're a hardcore left-wing. Great question, Freckleland. That's in the book. Freckelard, excuse me. I talk about that. And I talk a lot about that, East Russell. Okay, I am going to bounce. This has been 100 minutes of fun, and I will keep you updated on those jeans. And thank you so much for the continuing, ongoing support.